Someone said that I look like a Thai slice of pizza, and I don't know what to do with that information. I know what you're thinking. Does he look like a Thai slice of pizza? Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, I came to the same conclusion. I don't know what to do with that information. I'm really about to... Oh my... Bro, let's recuperate for a good second. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Thai slice of pizza here. I am going to be reviewing Vince Staples' newest self-titled album, Vince Staples. So Vince Staples album review by Thai slice of pizza. Yes, Vince Staples is an American rapper, musician, as well as artist, and his self-titled album is his 5th project on streaming services. It consists of 10 tracks and is only 22 minutes worth of content. It is solely produced by Kenny Beats, Kenneth the Cop. Kenny Beats is the police. In Vince Staples' words himself, one of the best quotes of 2020? Kenny! Amazing. And it follows FM, which was also solely produced by Kenny Beats is the police. I did enjoy the teaser tracks up until this album, so I was a little bit excited. That being said, let's get into the review. The album starts off really well with the first 3 tracks, Are You With That, Law of Averages, as well as Sundown Town. Kenny Beats' production is solid from back to front on this whole project, but on these 3 tracks in particular, the vocal samples that he chooses, the manipulation and pitch and tone adjustments that he uses alongside the rest of the beat really works well. It sets up the atmosphere and general vibe of the album really well. And in general, Vince Staples is in his element. His flow is amazing. He's really rapping effortlessly and naturally. He's reminiscing about his past. He's reflecting on his upbringing and the way of life that he had to adopt, as well as his rise to fame and how everyone around him sort of changed and how he's stayed the same person and kept a very level head. And in general, the tracks are just really good vibes, really unique, and really nice to listen to. The vocal sample and the general production on the 3rd track in particular, Sundown Town, is some of Kenny Beats' best work. And some of Vince Staples' best rapping performances on these 3 tracks. So starts off really well. Then from track 4 all the way to about track 6 or 7, it hits a bit of a mid section. I get it, it's a mid section. It goes downhill a little bit, okay? It gets a little bit flat, it gets a little bit stagnant. I found the production from Kenny Beats to be just okay. I found Vince Staples' flow to be okay, but in particular, his delivery is a lot more nonchalant. It's a lot less energetic and enthusiastic and sort of unique. It just comes across as not trying as hard. And although it does work for certain sections of the tracks, it doesn't really save it. I just find that it gets a little bit repetitive and a little bit boring because it is a solely Kenny Beats produced album. It could do with a little bit more versatility and variety. I just found that with the less energetic tone, it started to sound the same as the tracks before, but in a not as good fashion. On tracks 8 and 10, Lil Fade and the production is really good from Kenny Beats, and Vince Staples feels a little bit more energetic, a little bit more charismatic, and his delivery is just a lot more potent, and the flows are just as solid as they were at the beginning of the project, so it ends off the project really well. Overall, I wasn't really expecting this type of vibe from Vince Staples because he comes across as very rough, very energetic and dark on a lot of his features that I've listened to. And through the various projects that he has released, he's been a lot more experimental and a lot more charismatic through all of his performances. This is a lot more chilled. It gives a very Baby Keem vibe, Toby Lou vibe. I think that this album is a very good indication of where he's at in his career right now, but it really does speak to what Vince Staples is thinking about right now. He's just reflecting on his upbringing and how he got to the position he's in, and also giving us a little bit of insight into his perspective into the world right now. I think that a lot of the things that the album really benefits from, it also gets deteriorated from because of it. I like the fact that it is quite short and sweet, especially in a time where we are being bombarded with over bloated albums and deluxes that are just way too long with way too many throwaways. So I appreciate the fact that it is quite brief. I think that, however, although it's quite nice that it's brief, it is lacking quite a bit of content. It's quite ridiculous to stretch out an album like this with 2 interludes, and on most of the tracks like a 30-second outro with just the beat going. I do like the cohesiveness and I like the atmosphere of it, and I appreciate the production from Kenny Beats, but it also suffers from this because it lacks versatility. If there were 1 or 2 more tracks here, taking away the interludes and a couple more features, this album would have benefited a whole lot through these subtle changes. I felt like there would have been a bit more content, a bit more versatility, and it really would have just added to the album in general. For the most part, I feel like this is a very good EP that has just been bloated out a little bit to give us a very, good but not great album. Thus, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Yes, I am doing decimals. Do not question the tired slice of pizza, okay? That's all you're going to get from the tired slice of pizza. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think about this album down in the comments below. I enjoyed it for the most part. It's a nice vibe. If you're looking for a couple of tracks to just vibe with, then definitely give this album a listen. If you're looking for something that is a bit more filled with content, leaves a bit of a better lasting impression, then maybe this album isn't for you. But if you're a Vince Staples fan, I'm sure you're going to enjoy most of it. I'll catch you again